Jessie Irene Noblitt was born on October 17, 1902, in El Paso, Texas, while her father, James Merritt Noblitt, an Army sergeant from North Carolina, was stationed at Fort Bliss. Her mother, Catherine J. Katie McSherry, had emigrated from Ireland. Irene had an older sister, Anna, who was 17 years her senior. Shortly after Irene's birth, the family relocated to San Francisco, California, where she would spend her formative years. It was in this bustling city that young Irene first discovered her love for performing at just 11 years old. It was in this bustling city that young Irene first discovered her love for performing at just 11 years old. Irene began her performing career when she won $3 for singing Pretty Baby in an amateur contest at the Valencia Theater in San Francisco. That moment, standing on stage receiving applause and prize money, set the course for her entire life. Despite her mother's disapproval of show business, Irene had found her calling. At age 20, in 1922, Irene married writer comedian Tim Ryan. They performed in vaudeville as a double act, known professionally as Tim and Irene, known professionally as Tim and Irene, with their act epitomizing the dumb Dora routine similar to George Burns and Gracie Allen. Between 1935 and 1937, they starred in 11 short comedies for educational pictures, with Irene playing the flighty young woman who drove Tim to distraction, and Tim's frequent admonition, "Will you stop?" becoming catchphrase. In 1936, substituting for Jack Benny, they starred in the Jell-O Summer Show on NBC's Red Network. This was a significant achievement, as the Red Network was NBC's premier programming service. Despite their professional success, the Ryans had no children and divorced in 1942. Although Irene kept the surname Ryan professionally, following her divorce, Irene continued working steadily. She toured with Bob Hope and was on his radio program for 2 years, earning the nickname, "The Gal Who Makes Bob Hope Laugh." She accompanied Bob Hope on his famous military USO tours during World War II. In 1943, she played Edgar Kennedy's wife in 2 of his RKO short films. Monogram Pictures reunited Tim and Irene for 4 feature films, the last being the 1944 musical feature Hot Rhythm with Donna Drake. On March 17, 1946, Irene married Harold Enox, who worked in film production. After 15 years together, Ryan and Knox divorced on October 8, 1961. Like her first marriage, this union produced no children. Throughout the late 1940s and early 1950s, she continued to work in motion pictures, generally playing fussy or nervous women. In 1946, she joined the cast of The Jack Carson Show on CBS Radio, playing a neighborhood storekeeper who operates a combination candy shop and lending library. In January 1955, Ryan made her first television sitcom appearance in an episode of the CBS series, The Denny Thomas Show. She appeared with Walter Brennan in the 9th episode Grandpa's new job on the ABC sitcom The Real. In the 19601961 CBS sitcom Bring Up Buddy, she was cast in 3 episodes as Cynthia Boyle. These were the years when Irene was paying her dues, appearing in episode after episode of various shows, always professional, always reliable, but never distant. In 1962, Ryan was cast as Daisy Granny Moses, mother-in-law of patriarch Jed Clampett, in the Beverly Hillbillies. Interestingly, Ryan was only 5.5 years older than Buddy Ebsen, who played Jed. According to series publicist Ted Switzer, creator Paul Henning had initially decided to cast Bea Benaderet as Granny, but when Ryan read for the role with her hair tied back in a bun and feisty as all get out, everyone was taken with her performance. Everyone was taken with her performance. With executive producer Al Simon and Henning immediately saying, "That's Granny." When Benaderet saw Ryan's audition, she agreed and was instead cast as Cousin Pearl. The character was named in honor of the artist Anna Mary Robertson, Grandma Moses, who had died at age 101 the previous year. The show became an instant sensation. Ryan was nominated for Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series in 1963 and 1964. At an age when most actresses were being forced into retirement, Irene Ryan became a household name. The show ran from 1962 to 1971, totaling 274 episodes. and Ryan appeared in every single one. Despite her age, Ryan performed many of her own stunts and brought incredible physical comedy to the role. Cast member Max Baird Jr. later stated in an interview that Irene smoked like a chimney, and the cast had genuine concerns about her health. In 1966, Ryan played Granny in the comedy. Don't worry, we'll think of a title. Co-starring Rose, Marie and Maury Amsterdam. In 1965, she signed a 2-year contract to perform at the Sahara Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada, demonstrating her continued versatility as a performer. Before her final chapter, in 1972, Irene started the Irene Ryan Acting Scholarship, which awards scholarships to outstanding actors who participate in the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival. With an estate worth over $1 million, she decided to start the Irene Ryan Foundation for theater aspirants. These scholarships continue to be awarded to this day, helping hundreds of young actors pursue their dreams. When the Beverly Hillbillies ended in 1971, Irene was offered similar television roles but turned them down. At 69 years old, she had a different dream: Broadway. In 1972, she starred in the role of Berthe in the Broadway musical Pippin, directed by Bob Fosse, in which she sang the show-stopping number No Time at All. The song, ironically, was a joyful celebration of living life to the fullest, with lyrics about refusing to grow old. Her performance was electrifying. Opening night audiences gave her standing ovations that stopped the show. She was nominated for a Tony Award as Best Supporting or Featured Actress Musical for her performance in Pippin in 1973, though she lost to Patricia Elliott from A Little Night Music. On March 10, 1973, Ryan suffered an apparent stroke during a performance of Pippin. According to cast members, she had been visibly declining in the weeks before, with less energy in her performances and appearing increasingly drained. She flew home to California on her doctor's orders and was hospitalized. She was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. The official causes of death were listed as glioblastoma, an aggressive brain tumor, and arteriosclerotic heart disease. Irene Ryan died at St. John's Hospital in Santa Monica, California, on April 26, 1973, at age 7, just 47 days after her final performance. Her body was interred in a mausoleum at the Woodlawn Memorial Cemetery in Santa Monica, beside her sister, Anna Thompson. Her gravestone bears the name Granny A, testament to the character that had made her famous and that audiences would forever associate with her. Irene Ryan's story is remarkable, not just for her talent, but for her timing. She worked for nearly 50 years before achieving her greatest success at age 60. She proved that it is never too late to become a star. That dedication to one's craft can eventually be rewarded. The Irene Ryan Acting Scholarship continues to provide recognition, honor, and financial assistance to outstanding student performers wishing to pursue further education. Since 1972, thousands of young actors have benefited from her generosity, ensuring that her legacy extends far beyond her performances. From an 11-year-old girl singing for $3 in San Francisco to one of America's most beloved television characters, Irene Ryan lived a life dedicated to making people laugh. Her journey through vaudeville, radio, film, television, and Broadway represents the full arc of American entertainment in the 20th century. And in the end, she died doing what she loved, performing on stage, bringing joy to audiences, right up until the very last moment.